Restaurant tax in Omaha now applies to food trucks. They will have to pay the same 2.5% levy as standalone businesses. Reporter Nick Starling has the City Council decision and reaction.
After months of delays and anticipation, food truck vendors now know they'll have to pay that 2.5% restaurant tax.
Mr. President.
Yes.
5 is passed, 5-2.
The long saga of applying the restaurant tax to food trucks is over.
I think it's a win-win for everybody.
The restaurant tax was implemented in 2010 when the city was struggling financially. But years later, the tax is creating a budget boom for the city.
In many analogous ways, the golden goose for the city's financial situation.
The city says the restaurant tax will bring in over $30 million by year's end. Now these food trucks will chip in too.
That it does get passed down to the consumer, so if the consumer has a problem with it, they can talk to their councilman. But as far as businesses go, it's game on down in the old market and downtown for the food trucks, and we're happy to be part of it.
Also weighing in on this decision for council members was a pending lawsuit against the city from a brick and mortar restaurant saying it's not fair the food trucks were exempt.
I had always felt that the city was vulnerable, that we were going to get hit with a ruling that's saying that we're actually giving an advantage to brick and mortar. So that bothered me from the very beginning.
That fear now gone. Now the lingering question, should the city reduce the tax? That's why Councilmember Rich Pauls voted no today.
Until you can give me some ideas how we can reduce it in the future, that was my goal.
Those in favor say that's a fight for another day.
I think that's just something we ought to look at. We ought to look at least reducing it.
I would like to see more of what it's going to be or what we can do with it other than reduce it.
Now that City Council voted on this tax, it goes into effect 15 days from now. Reporting outside City Hall, Nick Starling, KMTV Action 3 News.
New at 10 on